Hello and welcome back. This is Insti. The reason I'm continuing playing the Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. So last episode we were here, killed a Lich Island where we couldn't really kill the Lich. So in the flooded caves, so we'll have to try that later. And I think I saw say that we would be, going, well, anyways, somewhere around here because I thought we were scouted everything in here. But fortunately I managed to check that this actually says, well, it said an unidentified place. So lo and behold, there's actually a collapsed coal mine, so we totally missed that. So for now, we are doing that and see what's there. Hopefully not another bloody Lich. Who knows? Lich. Sounds like a fruit. Anyways, I digress. Let's go in. In the distance, you spy a mine set into the side of a hill, its entrance just barely peeking out from between the trees. Well, hike up to the mine then. As you near the mine, a loud explosion rocks the ground. A flurry of terrified birds burst from nearby trees, and a massive cloud of dust rockets out of the cave mouth. Okay, what the hell? Miners or something else? Doesn't look that good for him.
I'd best dim my lantern.
Just to be safe. Why?
Just to be safe.
Yes. So many
That for you, big brute. We only needed the one barrel. One.
Maybe if you'd told me that before, we'd have a mind to go and loot.
You're the ass with the giant cannon. You should know how explosives work.
Friends, we have more than enough gunpowder to solve this problem.
Won't work.
Oh, now you know what to do with the black powder, sure.
Leave him be and grab a shovel, Achaea.
Take the shovel yourself. I'll keep the watch. Wasn't built for manual labor.
I hear ya.
Don't you dare doze off like last time.
I was resting my eyes. It wasn't asleep. Okay, that was quite interesting. So, obviously we could explode that area. Well, hello there, Achaea.
Take him down, but watch out for the barrels.
Oh, by the by, why I need to use the proper sword now?
With pleasure.
Achaea's Grimoire, at least its name, so we might as well check. Arcane Blaster. Interesting. He expressed in a great marvel. The twisted remains of the mine tracks glint deep into the darkness below. Yeah, not looking too good.
Wait.
Nathrog. Oshrog, Nathrog, Kimbadul. Well, it's not that, but...
Taste this.
Come on. Oh, my brains. We need brains.
Think you got the decency to die? Oh, good.
So good.
That orders.
I could go and try to deal with the Munrik.
That's feel pain.
Please work.
Just like
Come on, kill it. Oh, bloody hell, Munrik healed himself. That won't help.
No prisoners.
Just hit him. Oh, that felt so good. After that bloody lich. Ring of regeneration. Well, I don't think anyone needs that. Rest. To sell. More bombs. Doesn't, really surprise me there are bombs here. These furs are rank with smell of mildew and unwashed body. Oh god. Think about that. That horrible smell.
I'll see it done.
More bombs. It would take a mining crew at least a month to clear this cave-in. Can we actually get a mining crew? Oh, by the by. Yeah, can do. Let's do some cleaning here.
Right between the eyes.
Oh. Aloth.
I've got this, Captain.
No. Sorry, Aloth. My finger slipped there. Bloody hell. Literally Pulp Fiction moment. Aha! Yep. Sorry, Aloth. Stealth, yeah, why not? And bluff, definitely. Now, what do we want? 2 points. Great Soul increases the maximum number of times Empower can be used before resting. Definitely. Wind Shot. The ranger performs a ranged primary attack that shoots 2 projectiles at once. Maybe. Deadly Swirl of deadly attacks, dealing full attacks to each enemy within range, applying raw damage over time. Bonded Fury, the ranger calls out their animal companion, inspiring primal rage within them and granting them several powerful inspirations for extended time. Tenacious, +5, +2 per Hardy, Nimble, Aware, Acute. Okay. So, yes, I'll take that. Next time I will take the Wind Shot. Yes, definitely. I'll get you a hunting bow just in case. Honestly, what was your second weapon? Well, rifle. You do have the Frostseeker and... Well, you can have those. You're good with those, I would say. So this is interesting. Are we able to sometime to get people to actually clear this area, or was that it? Anyways, we got nice stuff and experience, so I'm okay with that. That was a nice warm-up for this episode. Island name. Okay. Burning Shoals. Urnox Brainth. I don't know how to pronounce that. Not like that, I guess. We are sailing. We are sailing. And let's. I really need to stop. I'm sorry about that. That's annoying, I know. Let's avoid the... Oh, he's attacking me. Okay, let's surrender. Honestly, just bored. Why not? In the long run, it will be better, I would say. Oh, fourth. Or maybe not. Well, I'll have to say they do have style. They definitely have style. Yeah, this is a stylish ship. But I think we can take them. I hope we can take them. Okay, we can take them. Wait, what is that? Is that mine? Okay, that's mine. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Well, whack harder, mate. Whack harder. Yeah, they really didn't know what would happen to them. Nice experience. 1561. And 3 sailor experience. Rank level. Share coins with the crew. I don't know if that really matters, but rest we will take, like Triumph of the Colonel, Pirate. Yep. Yay! They made quite a huge mistake there. Oh! Brrr. Let's see if our luck holds with the Eothas. Okay, are we done with the music? That starts to annoy me quite a lot. Hello, guys. Ooh.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Oh, by the by, what are you using? You're using mace. Well, you can still keep using the mace, although it's not the best one. Suffer.
Smarts, don't it?
Are we done? We're done. Oh, interesting shield. Although you already have a nice shield. Gauntlets of Discipline. We'll take those. Let's check. No, not you. Fighter plus max. What did you have? Wait, you already have those. Well, fine. Bronlar's Phalanx, Superb. Stand guard. Grants increase in deflection or as health is lost. Wielder cannot move when near death. Tactical. 1 per encounter grants a smart inspiration when engaging combat. +5 intellect. I might actually change that. Wait. I'm starting to think maybe I should use a bigger shield. Of course, I'm gonna save the Shimmer Shield because all defenses and against gaze and fire attacks. Although we lose accuracy, I'll probably get the staying power. Plus that looks cool. Yeah, we go with that.
Yes?
We done? We're done. Well, that was short and sweet. That's what we should. Sorry. I don't know. The office jokes came to be because of Cyberpunk last night. There was the Easter egg towards the office. Best surgeon in Japan. Anywho, I digress. Ashen Moor. Can we avoid the storm? I don't want to go through the storm unless I really have to. Because I'm starting to worry that you can actually lose crew members and maybe even an NPC characters just by by these things, maybe. Thick smoke, black as death, blooms from the peak of a rumbling volcano, the largest in the chain of mountains that makes up Migrant's Teeth. A serrated fissure gapes in the mountainside, deep and dark but intermittently lit by a red-hot glow. The cavernous opening is too narrow for surprise to sail through. The skiff sways tumultuously in the superheated water the closer you row to the cave's cracked opening. Lava burbles down the mountainside, scorching rivers that disappear into the dark blue sea. Inside the rock face, the sound of churning magma grows louder, and the air warms around you, beading sweat along your brow. This would be a proper house for the dragon. Home, I mean. House. Well, I guess you could call it a house. Because after all, it's an ashen moor. Off. Why do I feel like we shouldn't be here? I love the... I think we don't come here just yet. But I love the effect. These different layers. Damn, this is gorgeous. Okay, we are gonna leave because I don't want to meet him at all. So, off we go. Sorry to disturb you. We are just sailing. So what would be the next place? Well, north it is. Then we have Sayuka. But I'll take that as we come back. So will we be attacked again? Because the pirates in the north area were quite aggressive. I'll take my chance here. Yeah, I'll take my chance. Well, another one of these. So we should be fine. We're totally fine. Maybe. We're fine. We're so fine.
Still got it.
But we need to take the...
Absolutely not.
What are you doing?
This is futile.
Holy hell, you're getting that flame lightning on. And now...
I'll take care of it.
Holy hell. I think our morale is full enough, so I'll take all and continue. Because if it's 100-100, then why would I give the money to the guys? They already had their share. Yeah. Please not again. Stop it. You just found random ale. Wish I would be that lucky. Just I walk around outside and suddenly, 18 packs of ale. Or 18 ale. The blank sand stretched towards the thin line of the sea on the horizon, broken on occasion by jagged stone spars that jut from the earth. You notice movement among the jumbled group of rocks ahead. A group of Eothas are lounging among the stone pillars. One of the two-headed beasts drowses. Its eyes close, its chin drooping against its wiry-haired chest. A second sits upright in the sun, covering its legs in the sand. It pats the sand, packing it with its heavy palm. Though it seems engrossed in its efforts, you suspect that its four eyes provide excellent peripheral vision. A third beast scratches its back with a broom, yawning with a cavernous mouth as the other snores quietly. You don't see any other Eoten, but there could be others lurking among the stone spires. Well, observe. The third Eoten's waking head glowers at its dozing head and slaps it with the broom. With a snort, the second head blinks to wakefulness and growls. The Eoten's free hand slaps the first head. The two head growls at one another, but from the distance you can't make out exactly what they're saying. Let's continue watch. The Eoten in the sand laughs at the Eoten with the broom, pointing at it with a thick finger. The latter climbs to its feet and trudges over to the Eoten sitting in the sand, who only laughs harder. The Eoten with the broom crawls down at the Eoten in the sand and then begins sweeping the sand off of its legs, inducing a yelp of rage. I'll continue watching. The growls of the two Eoten grow louder, waking a third Eoten. As it blinks sleep from its eyes, those beady orbs alight directly on you. With an enraged howl, it struggles to its feet. The other Eoten turn their attention to you. Food! Food! They roar in unison. The creatures storm towards you. Well, poo. Well, sneaking wouldn't have worked anyway, so I should be fine.
Got you now.
I should be fine.
Cannot whack him any harder.
Well, so far so good. Oh, they were okay. Spells are working.
No prisoners.
Lavaru Beyonce. Wait, what? Ooh, nice. So, brutish blood. Interesting. Are we done? We're done, I think. We're definitely done. Donezo. I don't know. Maybe it's a... I don't know what's happening with my brains lately. They're so messed up. You come up on the site of an ancient battle. A ratty standard snaps in the breeze, its color bleached by the sun. Search the location. Ring of minor protection. Anything else on this island? We'll might just check the north side because there might be something, of course. Kohopa's Fang. Well. Before you rises a steep mountainside. Rubble and scrub brush block your path, but boulders and areas of erosion might also provide you with ample handholds. Well, scale the mountainside. You begin an arduous climb up the side of the mountain. Soon you come across a small flat ledge on the mountainside. You pull yourself over the edge. A Naga in a colorful regalia stands on the ledge, arms raised over a dilapidated totem. The Naga catches sight of you and rears back, letting out a long, high-pitched hiss. Throw an explosive at the totem. Well, obviously, Eda. Obviously, failure. What? He needs to... off. Eda whips the explosive toward the totem, but doesn't throw it fast enough. It detonates in the air. A high-pitched screech echoes across the mountainside. A cinder bomb. What happened here? You failed athletics. What happened? A horde of bats burst from small holes in the mountainside. Maya fails to duck in time and takes a bat's head on. Maya tumbles to the ground and lands a hard pile of jagged rocks. Bloody hell. Think about that. That bloody leathery bat just flapped to the Maya's head. Splat. The Naga begins to chant in a deep, lisping voice. Screeching bats with a smoldering wings swarm in a cloud over your head. They didn't descend upon you. Oh, great. So, that was a bummer. Stand fast, boyos. The Naga sorcerer might be a bit of a problem there. By the by, Eder, could you actually do something?
Bring them down.
I'll definitely want to take the sorcerer as fast as I can. And you might want to shoot the Sigil of Pain. So we don't have that to worry about. Because honestly, the bats are the least of my worries.
Can't get a clean hit.
Death to our enemies.
There she blows. I was a little worried there, but fortunately we succeeded. And superb leather armor, sun geyser. Something that does damage vampires would be nice. Sun geyser, superb. 10% of grace is converted to hits. 45 damage. Yes, 15 damage dealt as burn. Oh, nice. -1 crush armor rating on critical hit. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. We'll see who can use it. Maybe me or somebody else. Oh, Aloth. Mechanics, why not? History, definitely. And Great Soul increases the maximum number of times Empower can be used before resting. Definitely, we need so many spells. Caed's Black Bow. Wizard summons a frightful bow that does corrode damage to enemies and leaves them terrified. Each bolt of energy the wizard fires bounce to the additional targets. I don't know. Temporal Cocoon. Lock the target in a cocoon of binding energy. While trapped in the cocoon, the prisoner cannot act, be attacked, or affected by abilities. However, all effects already on the cocoon's prisoner will continue to affect them. Piercing Sigil. The wizard invokes a sigil of famed Valiant wizard minor letter. Well, that's one of the wizards we haven't met, I think. When he or she is struck in the melee, the sigil retaliates with the pierce damage, pushing the target back and leaving them stunned. Maybe. Wall of many colors. Kalakot's freezing rake. Ghostly skeletal hand rakes across the area, doing freeze damage to all those within, leaving them weakened and hobbled. I kinda think this. Because it has paralyzed, dominated, petrified and paralyzed. Varied damages and afflictions. Yeah, I'll take that for now. Maybe hunting bow if we ever give you something ranged to you. Now, anything else? Have we taken everything?
You were saying?
Yes, I was. So, what's next? The mountain rises above you so tall it seems to pierce the sky. Climb the mountain. You heave yourself onto the landing. A cave yawns before you. Great clouds of oily black smoke roll like exhaled breaths from the cave mouth. Well, under the cave. You wade through the smoke, your eyes streaming and lungs burning, and make your way into the cave. Kohopa's Fang. Okay. So, wait a minute. Okay, back. I think we need to rest. I don't know. What do we have here? I took. You don't say.
Ashiza, strike! Can't get a clean hit.
them all. Enough.
Come on.
That's not very helpful.
Okay, this might be a bit harder than I thought. We're in a bad position altogether.
Right between the eyes.
Come on.
Might as well be hitting the water.
We need to deal with this. That worked. Please don't run to the fire, if we are completely honest. Yeah, I'll see that. Can you take...
Stay behind me.
That dog won't hunt.
Okay. Now, somebody deal with the trap.
Mow it.
I have no idea if that worked. Well, that
I
works.
know where this is going.
Just wait till I get free. Bring them down.
That was a bit of a cluster of fuck.
Mow it. Exceed honor.
Stop with the bell tolling. Oh, yeah, rest. Definitely rest. Okay. Oh, right, we can't go down there. Bloody hell. Can you deal with that now? Thank you. Well, we might as well disarm this if we can. So we have that taken too. Vala.
That looks complicated. No, this is futile.
Can you deal with this? Well, that's a one way to deal with it.
Captain. Mow it. Exceed honor. Might as well be hitting the water.
Yeah, yep.
Kill them all.
I don't think I can pull that off.
You're doing fine. Well, Alot, if you die, you die.
Mow it.
Sacrifices must be made.
Yeah, there's a walloping.
Well, honestly, that went better than I thought. Migrant's Favor. Legendary. This battle axe was carried by the warrior of Forging Fire. +2 all firepower levels. Well, that's interesting. We'll have probably somebody to use that. Rekvus Scorch Glow grants blood fire. Wearer converts burn damage to health while they carry one or more injuries. Again, very interesting, but very situational. So if we ever find a dragon that actually breathes fire, this is definitely something you want to wear, probably. Definitely, probably. Boots of Stealth. Did you have boots? Alright, that was that. Did I not take those? No, I didn't. So let's check. Do you have boots? Fire Naga sword. And rest to the stash. Well, it gives you resolve, so you can have that.
Of course.
Anything else? Heat radiates from the statue in scorching waves. Nice. So Kohopa's Fang is defanged. So are we done with this area now? Yeah, I'm funny that like that. So. Scandalous. Yeah, we can't try that. Too hard, I would say. Treasure. We could try those, of course. And Oriokoiki. Let's go there first. So pretty much like so. Damn, that's fast. We're a speedboat. I'm on a boat, hell yeah. So is this just a village or something else? Something else.
That symbol. It looks like a variant of the Leaden Key's insignia.
Now that you say yes, it does.
Leave it to me.
As you near the post with a curious symbol painted onto it, Alot lays a hand on your arm and stop you.
This is a prudent time for me to explain something.
Yeah, I guess it is then. He licks his lips, considering his next words. Couldn't we do this later? Very well.
I promised to tell you what I was doing among the Animancers at Port Marge.
But you haven't told me yet, yes.
As you may have guessed, I was observing them, gathering information on the various Animancy operations in the region.
So, you were spying on your friends?
Not out of malice. There was simply no better way. Animancy is a subject of particular interest to the Leaden Key. Through it, I hope to pick up the trail.
A spark of pleasure gleams in his eyes. And then?
That's where it gets complicated.
It usually does, yes. He purses his lips.
After that incident in Old Valia, I thought more about the Leaden Key and its particular composition.
Well, mostly lunatics in Rogue, as I recall. Maybe not. Go on.
It's existed for over 2,000 years. Say what you will about its motives and methods, but that's an impressive tenure.
Well, I have to agree with Alot. That's not nothing. He clasped his hand behind his back and began pacing.
I hope you got a while, because I got lots to say about their motives and methods.
Well, that's besides the point. But anyways, Alot, could you pick up the pace here?
I'm sure, but imagine what we could learn from them.
He turns back to you.
That's when I realized how short-sighted I'd been. To think I could change the Leaden Key without understanding how it works.
Listen.
I found references to an ancient Leaden Key cabal in the Deadfire. Possibly one of the oldest, if accounts are credible.
If they are credible.
And they appear to have been working independently, without direct intervention from Theos, for almost 2 millennia.
He watches you eagerly, waiting for that to sink in. So, basically, we could see how that Leaden Key works without Theos's interruption. Then his gaze turns back to you, the ruined Engvitan Tower, and the canoes beside it.
Whoever lives here, they've obviously been here a very long time.
You don't say. He looks at the post with its strangely painted symbol.
And that looks strangely like the Leaden Key insignia, but twisted somehow.
He cocks his head as if to examine it from another angle.
Please, let's look around.
No, I'm gonna leave now. I'm just leaving here. I don't care about this place. I never will come back here ever again. Just to spite Aloth.
I'll see it done.
Maybe I put Maya shooting him again. Are we? A young woman steps up to the edge of the cliff and peers down wearing an amused grin. She fingers the curve of a long hunting bow.
You went into the jungle for animal hides, I say, and found yourself in an empty clearing.
Continue listening.
Akira, silence is wise.
Sorry.
You turned around and retraced your steps back to your ship, where it was safe.
She picks up her hunting bow and knocks an arrow pointing it to your direction. I just want to talk. Can we talk?
Not if you cannot listen.
With a sigh, she points the arrow to the ground.
If you came to blunt my teeth with chatter, try to keep it short.
We could lie. But I'll go with first. I'd like to speak with your chieftain.
You have an audience with me. Ruāsare doesn't waste time on outsider vagrants.
Wait, what? Well, I'll go with that. I come with warning. The slave is a crookspool. Is that something we shouldn't be really know at this point? The humor keeper's expression goes flat and her hand strays to her belt.
Your words reek of outsider lies. You would earn our trust and then skewer us when we leave our flank exposed.
That might happen. Honestly. You have a high ground. You've lost Anakin. I have the high ground. I'm no position to risk my skin. I've done far worse to get in better places. If I was lying, you'd know it by now. I'll go with that.
The Crookspur slavers are bold to send an assassin here.
She nods slowly, her expression guarded.
There are many eyes on you, outsider.
All eyes.
Use your time in Oriokoiki wisely.
All eyes on me. This shit is banging.
Ruāsare will be expecting you inside.
She gestures for one of the cliffside guards to lower the lift.
Seeing as you've earned your way up from nuisance to guest, find me if you feel like trading.
So I'm a nuisance quest. Keeper folds her arms and strolls away from the cliffside. Again, I don't know. Have we learned that attack from somewhere, or was it something that we weren't supposed to know until we go to the Crookspur or something like that? I have no idea. Because I'm fairly certain I've not read about it in anywhere. I might as well check the rest of the area before we... What is this? Rocky outcropping pepper the face of the cliffside. You can make out the shape of stone ruins situated high above. Well, we're not going there just yet. Maybe. The terrain offers an abundance of hand and footholds through the length of the climb alone would exact a heavy toll of effort and strain. Scouting for a secure passage could help to mitigate the risk of hard climb. Well, we're not doing that just yet, because I kind of want to go to the village and see what we can learn from there. Yeah, because I'm fairly certain that wasn't a lie. After all, there would have been the mark lie there. So, anyways, I'll take a quick break. I'll be right back. So, let's go and see what we can learn from these ancient leaden keys. With the help of an elaborate pulley mechanism, this lift can be raised to the level of the plateau. Well, let's take the lift up then. The creaking of wood and straining of rope accompany the lift's upward journey. Outlander! Yes. Anything? Vahaki villager, yes. Nice animal companions. Do we have something here? Nothing. I kind of... Wait a minute. No sneezing. Please, not a sneeze. Thank you. For not sneezing. Awata. Aparo. A round-bellied man stands at ease before a cluster of hardened fighter, their fists balled and brows furrowed. Murmurs of tense discussion slow to halt as a woman at the head of the crowd steps forward, clutching a spear. Well, at least a spear, not a purse. Wait a minute. Okay.
Maybe the spear's a gift for us?
Yeah, point first to your belly.
Silence.
She grimaces at Eder. Yeah, I've been saying that quite a many times to Eder.
The outsider must leave. Oreo Koiki will not be parceled off and bought with foreign lies.
She sweeps her spear to gesture in your direction. Oi, lady, I have killed people for far less.
Ruāsare would never let that happen. Where is your confidence in our Ranka?
Ooh. I already don't like the way it is going, so let's skip the good part. I take it there's a problem.
You are the problem. We do not track dirt in our home.
Well, aren't you the funny one?
We are no better than the outsiders if our Mataru act like inhospitable savages.
Nice.
Where is the courtesy and welcome of the Wahaki?
His questions cast a ripple of unease over every listener.
If you have such love for outsiders, let this one speak for himself.
Well, I would if you let me speak. It's hard to speak when you're blabbing all about. She fixes her attention to you. I'm a watcher. The gods brought me here, honest. If you fight me, you will all die, stoic. I'm not here to fight. It would be a mistake to start one. I'll go. If you fight me, you will all die.
At least now we have the measure of you.
No, that's just stating the facts, lady. If you attack me, I will kill you and this bloody village too. Displeased by the confrontation, she gestures for her warriors to stand down. Alat massages his temple, shaking his head. Shut up, Alat.
If the outsider turns on us, I say I will drag you through Tangaloa's maw with me.
Don't worry, nobody's dragging anyone anywhere if I turn against you. She curls her upper lips at Aparo.
For all our sakes, may I be proven wrong.
Nodding to the assembled fighters, she signals them to disperse.
On behalf of those who remember our manners, welcome to Oreo Koiki.
He sighs and shakes his head at the warriors before refocusing on you. Are you and Ruāsare married? Is there usually much infighting when outsiders show up?
Ikira, I say circumstances have made us rough around the edges.
I believe that.
Outsiders come with cannons, nets, torches. They do not come to talk.
I'm fairly certain he's talking about the slavers. So why are the Wahaki so protective of their land?
We safeguard any land that the trading companies have not stolen out from under Anakaza's throne. The islands will fall if the tribes do not recall our past and Ngadi's covenant.
Why so much concern over the past?
We lost much of ourselves when cataclysm scoured the Deadfire. Somewhere among the islands, there's a place where we... He
stops himself and bites his lower lip. Whoops.
Ikira, my apologies, but I should say no more.
Yeah, probably the thing I could climb up. Ngadi's covenant?
Ngadi bade her followers to protect the islands, the tribes, and the luminous Adra. For this, she gave us the power to shape her domain. If we fail in our charges, the birthright of the Huana disappears. The Wahaki remember this. The Kahanga, they forget.
So you're better people, okay?
Ask.
I am
pleased to be making a new friend.
So do I, but let's be real. The way I'm probably playing, that might mean we will turn against you. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. What can you tell me about Ruāsare?
She is our Ranga, and the strength of our tribe.
He stands tall, wearing a proud grin.
I have never seen her without a mouthful of koiki. Even in battle, she wears a bandolier of fruit.
I guess that's important then. I salute her.
A spirited, passionate, and very hungry woman is my Ruāsare.
Are you and Ruāsare married? Aparo regards you with a confusion and then bursts into laughter.
How the outsiders enjoy their vows. The Huana pair off, but we need no documents or witnesses. When it strikes Ruāsare's fancy that we should sleep under one roof, we do so vigorously.
Yeah, I don't need the details, buddy, here.
Some think I influence her judgment, but they have the wrong of it.
Well, I can see why the competition might want to give that impression, you know?
My back is too fragile for the weight of authority, I say.
And people who want that usually also say that. Okay, Sanctum, Awata, or Auta. A most useful lantern. Yes, it is. It can suck your soul off, and I'll have to warn you, Shotty here is quite eager to collecting some souls. Awata.
Keep out of my way, outsider.
Well, whatever. I think the lion is broken. Or playing. I don't really know which one.
Did you notice their face paint?
You want to elaborate? So there's the cliff. Communal crop field. Lift. I was wondering where the bloody shop is. Is it inside then? Okay, seagulls, I get it. Well, Oreo Koiki Sanctum then. Maybe the shop is there. Maybe. Outlander? Yeah, yes, that's me.
That mural. That's the same headdress Theos wore.
Yeah, I do remember. Aloth, I was there, you know. This copper brazier reeks of ashes and burnt hair. A layer of soot and detritus line the blackened concavity. Place a bomb in the ash. Why would I do that? Examine the brazier. Among the ashes you find a charred fruit pits, a scrap of parchment, shard of pottery, animal bones, and matted bundles of singed hair. Nothing else about the brazier stands out to you as interesting or relevant. Okay, let's quick save. The mural is quite faded, but you still recognize the distinct silhouette of Theos X Arcanon. Okay, I'm gonna... Yeah, I did a quick save. I'm gonna place a bomb in the ash. After taking stock of your inventory explosives, you must decide which one to plant in the ash. Immolator? Okay. Oh... Now I see, that's a trap. We can make a trap here. So we put a bomb here, and when they're doing something and firing this baby up, well, they fire the bomb up. Oh, okay, now I see, now I understand. I'm slow on the uptake here, sorry about that. But still, I'm watching, I want to find the shop. If possible. Yeah. Storm speaker.
Give it to me.
Exceptional one, Torque of intellect. Pretty much basic stuff. Nothing too interesting. On the provenance and ruination of Neketaka Old City. Oh, it's a lecture. Well, I'm not gonna read that. Too much lectures these days. Burabotangara and Ruāsare. The broad-shouldered woman on the throne lifts her gaze to meet yours. White face paint adds a grim aspect to her stoic demeanor. Smoldering braziers fill the air with oppressive heat, but she sits at ease.
Her face paint. You don't suppose...
You don't suppose what? Ruāsare turns her gaze to Aloth, who quickly falls silent. She returns her focus to you.
I am the Ranga of this tribe. and will not hesitate to send your soul through Tangaloa's maw if you threaten my people.
She steeples her fingers and watches your every move. Every move you make. Well, that's a fine greeting. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Ranga. I wager Tangaloa's maw is nicer than this ruins at least. Well, I'll say nothing.
You have the gift of our hospitality during this audience. Do not abuse it.
Tangara, the studious-looking man to the Ranga's side, is scrutinizes you.
But will our hospitality be returned?
A trembling mystic consults a powerful of runes. The Ranga silences him with a look. Sorry, but I don't know where it came from. Probably he's talking. Sitting forward in her seat, she opens her fist to reveal a plump koike fruit. She takes a deep and thoughtful bite.
The loss of Mbeta has soured me to outsiders, I say. I did not need outsiders to tell me that slavers are after my scalp. Are you here to carry out their demands?
I haven't even met the slavers yet, lady. She sets the koike down at the armrest and opens her palm, inviting you to speak. The Wahaki seems on edge for some reason.
Akira, a good reason.
Ruāsare squeezes her koike until the juices run between her fingers. That's a decent koike. Why would you do that?
You are knowing that the purchase of foreign slaves is allowed in the Deadfire?
A shadow falls over Ruāsare's eyes as she lowers her brow. I'm familiar with the practice, yes.
To buy and sell kith is the work of monsters. These slavers hunt the waters around Oriokuiki. Like cowards, they shy away from the deeper jungle.
In spite of Ruāsare's hearty guffaw, not a trace of humor reaches her eyes.
They steal my people from their fishing boats and sell them like pigs at auction. Where is Onikaza to stop them?
Ruāsare opens her arms and searches left and right.
Someone must teach them the meaning of Wahaki vengeance, I say.
So why do you need outside help for this?
Need? No. Want? Yes.
Ruāsare narrows her eyes, crinkling her war paint into a predatory visage.
My people risk themselves enough. For someone to earn my favor, they must put the tribe first. They must risk everything for the Wahaki.
This isn't my fight, allow me to consider.
This is a poor beginning. But I cannot compel you to action.
No, you cannot. I might side with these, so it would be either slavers or these. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if the siding with slavers gives me any favors with the Citadel. Probably not, maybe not. Ruāsare tuts and shakes her head.
Our enterprising foes clump together in a small fortress on the tip of Crooksper Island, northwest of Nekataka.
I know the place, I've been close by it.
My love, Aparo, lost his sister to these creatures. Akira, more of us will vanish if we do not cut out the heart of Crooksper. Tangara, call off the warriors. I grant our guest the freedom of the jungle.
Oh, nice.
Even though he does not commit to helping us, Aranga always has hope.
She tips her head in your direction, leaving something unspoken.
As you say, Ranga.
Tangara makes a discreet hand gesture toward the entryway, and the figure in the shadows scurries off.
If you would come and go on Oriokuiki, prove yourself a friend of the Wahaki.
We'll see, we'll see. She bites deeply into the koike and swallows it down without chewing. I had other questions too. This Engvitan ruin makes for a cozy hideout?
Do not speak the name of those who felled mighty Ukaizo. Their spirits are unwelcome.
Ruāsare narrows her eyes and studies you closely.
We do not hide. We are protecting a way of life that others would trample under their boots.
Okay.
The trading companies would strip the land that the gods gifted us and unmake the works of our ancestors. There is much to protect in the Deadfire. Too much for any single tribe.
She sighs, rolling her shoulders to release some tension. Okay. Do you recognize name Theos or the Leaden Key?
I know only that they clang and clash like foreign names.
She frowns. Yet, something in her soul sparks like kindling held to a flame. There is an ancient presence there with its own memory. I'll read her soul. You reach into her soul, chasing that spark of recognition. You feel hundreds of births and deaths within her, forming and disappearing like bubbles in boiling water. You shift past them all, focusing your overwhelmed senses on the memory of a strange foreign man. When at last you seize it, you find yourself in the very same throne room, but the condition of the place and the memory of your host suggest that it is many, many hundreds years ago, if not more. You are seated in the dais. A man is brought before you, dressed in stifling black robes. He reminds you of a corpse dressed for a funeral. He reminds you of something else too, but one of your attendants leans in and interrupts the thought before you can follow it. She tells you that this is the man you ask to see, and that his people have been harassing yours. He is called Theos X Arcanon. Explain yourself, stranger. He gives you a smile that sets your teeth on edge.
Your Excellency, I come to warn your people. Your presence among these ruins is an affront to the gods. You must remove yourself, lest you face the gods' wrath.
Indeed, the man is even greater fool than you had been told. The gods surely take their time. We have lived here 200 years, and they have yet to raise an objection.
The timeline of the gods is not for mortals to understand. But even their patience shall wear thin, especially after this warning.
You certainly feel your patience wearing thin. Who is he, this foreigner, to send your people from their halls and homes? And who is he to tell your people, the survivors, about the wrath of gods? What ungrateful guest evicts his host? Our ancestors built these places centuries ago. We will not leave. For a moment, his unctuous facade melts away, and he blinks at you and your attendants. You get the impression that your response has surprised him.
Your people cling tightly to their history.
His jaw is tight as he speaks. He swallows hard, as if gulping something unpleasant.
But where are these designs among your arts? Where is the carved Adra in your wooden huts? These places were not built by the Huana, but by an ancient people from a distant land.
You knew he was a fool, but now you suspect he's a dangerous one. His words are a lie, but like the very best lies, they contain the shadow of truth. Everyone knows foreigners once lived among your people as guests, but they have not been seen in 200 years. What prickles the back of your neck is the question of how he might know this, and why he brings it to you. The murals in these places and the stories of our ancestors tell it differently. How would you, foreigner, know our history better than our own grandfathers?
I have seen your murals, and I know that you will recognize this.
He produces a helm with a two-horn-like protrusion and mask attached. He is correct. You do recognize it. Your guards and attendants gasp. The man, Theos, smiles more broadly.
It was my people who built these places, and now I come before you bearing their warning.
At least that much is true. You turn to your guards. Seize him. Just a look of surprise appears Theos' face, and ancient Ragnar's memory skips ahead. You are looking at Theos once more. The time, however, he and a score of rope men and women are bound amidst a heap of peat and wood. This time, he is staring at you in disbelieving fury. You have gathered your people and told them that the foreigners before them are the same ones who came to the island centuries ago. And now your people are angry and frightened too, because every Vahaki remembers the story of how these foreigners abused the hospitality of their Huana hosts. So great was their iniquity that the gods destroyed the great city of Ugaiso and many others besides. Watch now as I wipe their stain from among us. Your people cheer, Tao struggles and yells, but his words are drowned out. Let us never forget that this foreigner is a trickster and his people are a plague. Hundreds of Vahakis stamp their feet and beat the ground with the butts of their spears. Still Theos scowls and trashes in protest. From this day forward, we must be vigilant. Let us root out such foreigners and keep our land pure of their wickedness. The tribe cheers louder than ever. Young and old, Mataru and Roparu are all united in purpose. A change seems to come over Teos. The struggle leaves his body and the rage departs his face. Good. Let him accept his end. One of the attendants offers you a torch. Throw it onto the pyre. You hurl the torch. The flames spread quickly. The foreigners scream as their fire advances. All except Teos, who looks back at you with a strange smile of satisfaction. You pull back from the memory and the gruesome scene evaporates around you. That's interesting. So, Teos, it seemed like Teos calculated wrong and he was burned for it, but at the end, it seemed like that was his plan all over.
Why do you stare so?
What is the significance of your face paint?
The Wahaki show outsiders that we know their deceitful face.
Ah.
My ancestor knew this face well. She recalled its every hateful curve to the Wahaki histories. We wear the bone-white grimace of our enemies and take power from it.
I see now. Anything else in there do you recognize the name Teos?
I know only that they clang and clash like foreign names.
Okay, back to my other questions. Farewell. So for now, nothing else. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let's continue.
Back there, with the chieftain. Did you see something?
Oh, sorry, we can talk to a lot.
Yes?
Excuse me. I read an ancient memory in Ruāsare's soul and found a link to leaden key. Yeah. You tell a lot about the past life. You glimpse in Ruāsare's soul about her long ago meeting with Teos, his warning about the ruins, her decision to execute him, and her mandate to the Wahaki to defend their territory from outsiders.
That's like what he told the Glanfathans. I bet he didn't expect they'd kill him for it. Would have loved to see the look on his face.
Yeah, but I'm still a little bit suspicious why he was content what was happening. Like he was planned that for all along.
Then the Wahaki are the painted masks. They've been serving the leaden key's interests for 2,000 years without even knowing it.
Yes, yes. So that was the plan altogether. I was Blinks working through the implications.
Though not, it seems, in the way Theos intended.
Maybe it was. He frowns, dropping his chin.
Now that's just wrong.
Few plans work out perfectly. Dars got Wahaki to help him guard the ruins. That's what matters. I'll still say Theos had a schemes within schemes. He knew what he was doing.
From what you described, it certainly didn't seem that way. But I'll concede that Theos was wilier than most.
Well, again, you forget how he looked at the leader.
Belief is a curious thing.
He crosses his arms, settling back to the balls of his feet.
Once, the Wahaki believed they were guarding themselves against the Ingwithans, Theos' people. Yet over time, they became hostile toward all outsiders.
With all that chasing in Deadfire, who knows what they'd believe in another few hundred years. It's a logical extension of what they learned from Theos. Stories and messages change. Theos only had clarity about it because Voidica reincarnated him whole every time. A look around, their environment surely pushed them into that. I will say that they extend what they learned from Theos.
Yes, but it didn't stop there.
No.
It's not just that the Wahaki misread Theos' original message. It fundamentally changed them. They went from being a large and well-connected tribe to a much smaller one defined by isolationism.
Very burrows into shadows and creases on his face. And this has got you thinking again about the consequences of your intervention.
You see all the ninnying I suffer from this lad? Right sure 'tis ratting all around in his noggin.
You know me too well.
His wry grin doesn't quite banish his air of melancholy. Well, you're not really that hard to read, usually.
I've been hunting the leaden key, trying to shape them into a force for good. But what if I only make them worse?
There is always possibility to that. Private agony muffles his voice. His breath catches in his throat as the full of weight of his words hits him.
Might I be to blame? Have I made a grievous mistake in getting involved?
Through his scars and lines and newfound purpose, you catch a glimpse of the Allard you knew 5 years ago, scared, alone, and desperate for direction. I think you need some... No, if you didn't try at all, you're responsible for the harm the Lenenki continues doing. That is possible, true, yes. Consider how poorly Theos understood the Vahaki, how much less do you understand the Lenenki. We need his nogging on place, because we need to fight a god. No one can know everything, so we'll all got to do the best we can with the resource we have. Theos accomplished his goals, not just the way he originally planned. Your problem is looking for specific immediate results. You don't have to reform the Lenenki. Without Theos, it will change in time. That is possible, true. So no one can know everything, so we'll all got to do the best we can with the resources we have.
When you put it that way, mine does sound like a rather flimsy excuse, doesn't it?
Perhaps it was naive to think I could reform a 2,000-year-old organization in a single lifetime. But it's worth it to try.
You dumbass. Of course, it's 2,000-year-old organization. You can't change it in one lifetime, but you can start the change. Bloody hell. That's the spirit. You probably can't do worse than Wadewan's legacy.
Thank you for your rousing show of confidence.
That's why I'm here, you know.
The strange thing is, this whole ordeal has given me some sympathy for Theos. Not that I condone his actions, of course.
Sure, Theos. Sorry, Aloth.
But I can't imagine he thought he'd destroy an entire generation either. Well, not in the beginning, anyway.
No, Theos. Aloth. He clasps his hands and presses his lips together, trying to formulate a thought. When he opens his mouth again, he speaks as if he's choosing his word carefully.
What I mean to say is, he thought he was doing the right thing. Even at the end.
Path to hell is paid by the good deeds, you know? That was wicked. His actions were proof of enough of that. Then his example is cautionary tale for you. We should learn from it. We all justify our actions somehow. Perhaps so. Of course, everybody justifies, but let's go with that. Then his example is cautionary tale for you.
A prudent suggestion.
I know.
At any rate, it will be a relief to move forward.
Of course it is.
It was always too comfortable to leave the hard decisions to others. To simply follow along.
He cocks his head in a reflection and inclines towards you.
I only wonder now what sort of decision you'll have to make when we finally confront Eothas.
I'll make him to answer for what he's done. We'll find out when we reach him. No point in guessing. I trust there's a reason for what he's doing. As long as we can restore what's been damaged, the rest doesn't matter. Well, do we want to restore what's been damaged? Or should it be damaged and change? Well, we find out when we reach him. No point in guessing.
A reasonable point. Anyway, thank you. This has lifted a great burden from my shoulders.
Okay, then let's get going. So, we did the mask. So that was Aloth, at least part of the Aloth's quest. What else we got? What was the... Somehow I can't find the quests usually. Ruāsare Citadel. Cruel cargo. Ah, here it is. Ruāsare, the Vahaki chief, seeks vengeance on the slavers of Kohopa. Many of her tribesmen have been taken into bondage. She wants the leadership of Kohopa killed. Honestly, I might do that. I definitely might do that. Because think about the money. It's all about the money. Da-da-dum-dum, da-da-dee-dum.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I must gather my party before venturing forth. Okay. Aparo, anything?
What are you needing from me?
Nothing really, apparently. So who's... what about now?
Keep out of my way, outsider.
Oh no. There's nothing over here. So am I allowed to go up the... up the wall? Keep out. There you are. Sorry.
Akira, what now?
Trade.
You're in luck. I am the only one on the island who trades with outsiders.
Yeah, I guessed so. Quarus prize. 5 damage with spells, +1 intellect, +1 perception. And food. We might as well rest. Okay, let's go and check if we are allowed to go here. If not, then we'll leave. Yes. Still stealing. And hopefully up we go. So, study, just in case. Yes. Climb up. You begin to climb, alternating your attention between your footing and any less obvious dangers. You narrowly out the crevice, supporting the wasp nest, and continue ascent. You come up on a ledge that commands the cliffside. The outcropping looks like it could support an adult's weight, though it would take a nimble outdoorsman to plot the safe course. Okay, send somebody to scout for a safe route. 616. Let's go with that. That was a bit close. After scaling the cliff with the mountain's good alacrity, it waves down at you and signals the optimal path up. You make yours for the summit of the cliff, panting from the exertion and grateful to find yourself once more on the stable ground. On stable ground. Sanctum. Are we allowed to go there? We'll see it soon enough. Oh, now this is interesting.
Speak freely. You were saying?
So maybe we could get a mission where we need to kill Ruāsare. +15 stride, +1 survival. Anywho. Well, that's it then.
I'm listening.
We can leave. Or if we can't get to the area any other way, well, there's always a way then. Climb down. Taking a deep breath, you begin to slow and careful descent to the bottom of the cliff, mindful of any unstable footholds. And I guess we leave then. And continue searching around. If we are lucky, we might... we'll actually might scour the whole map. At least those parts we can do on this episode, maybe, if we are lucky. And on the next episode, we could probably get back to Neketaka and return quests and whatnot. And then make a new plan, what to do. You are a slaver. We have Junvik Village Captain Hengua's treasure. Outcast Respite, which we try at least. So here we go. And here we are. Shipwreck. Nice. Let's shift through it. Water. Rice wine. Pry bar. Pry bar. Bronze. Oh, money. And that's it. Then hardtack Captain Hengua's treasure. Hopefully something nice. The area seems unremarkable, but for a set of large rocks placed in a triangular formation. You compare the barren desert pass with the notations and landmarks of Captain Hengua's map. This is the site of his buried treasure. You have lost an item, Captain Hengua's treasure map. You dig at the spot until your shovel hits a bag of coins, bursting it at its seams. Kneeling to gather up armloads of riches, you spot the corner of a buried chest. You dig faster and pry open the chest. A fortune in jewels and goods sparkle in the light. Magneros chain. Interesting. We might have give that to our ranger. You are using light armor. Recovery time on attacker stacks 3 times for 20 seconds when critical hit with melee weapons. Revet the links plus 2 PS armor rating. You were using heavy. And you're using light. Honestly, I'll try. Maybe you could use this. Although, I don't know. Honestly, no. This sharpshooter is better. We could actually upgrade it. Oh, there was a steel thread. Cross armor. Well, okay, that's fine. I kind of don't want to use the Kraken's Eye just yet. So, how much do I lose with armor rating, or do I lose anything? Not that much, honestly. Yeah, definitely, it's faster and reload time is much lower with arbalest. Well, there's actually, yeah, faster, I mean. So I definitely want to use that on our sniper. And let's go and check the village. Hello.
I said no to talk. The drowned Barrows are closed.
An elderly dwarf folds her arms, her disapproving frown warping the tattoos that encircle her face.
If you want to join your son, you can offer yourself to Nemnok next season.
Okay, listen.
Our elders crossed the land bridge to protect their children. You disgrace their memory, feeding our young to the mountain Anik.
The auburn-haired dwarf waves toward the imposing peak on the horizon, its cliff face shaped like a leering skull.
Nemnok will release my son, or perish.
Tatuk utters the words in a hate-filled whisper that causes Anik to hiss through her teeth. Well, I'm still listening.
Kali served the tribe. You should live by his example and stop speaking foolishness.
I lived a full life in the shadow of the Barrows. Kali deserves the same.
If you reject Nemnok's accord, then you are truly lost. May Kali find peace in the embrace of the Mighty One.
Anik grits her teeth and marches across the settlement, turning her gaze to linger on the distant outline of the mountain.
Spit on Nemnok.
Okay, so that is something we can do. Well, now I'm starting to think maybe we can't actually map out the rest of the area this episode, because we have a quest in here too.
Aye, aye.
Aye, aye. Both eyes. Talk.
Some ink must have leaked through Anik's skull if she thinks I'll stand idly by.
Tatok mutters to himself as he presses the fine chisel in the scales of his armor, engraving runes one laborer's curve at a time. Lean in for better look at the engraving. The runes are in the Narsidak language, at least half of which spell out a litany of violent and colorful curses. The chisel goes askew and draws a harsh line across the iron. Tatok's eye twitches.
Ah, there goes the rest of my day. What do you want, Outlander?
Sparing your glance, Tatok begins to furiously buff the metal with the edge of his fist. So, interesting armor you got there.
Junvik tradition. The names of friends and foes are engraved on its hide.
He bangs on his chest, grinningly broadly.
Been with the tribe for generations. Good armor remembers.
Nice. What was the argument about?
Our chieftain offered my colleague to the drowned Barrows.
Tatok spits on his armor and rubs harder at the chisel mark.
Nemnok accepted him. An honor to some, a tragedy to me.
Is the statue the Nemnok? Tatok sighs and wipes his brow with the back of his hand. What's Nemnok?
God of the island, a great terror of a being, but kind to us when we follow the rules.
Don't tell me it's a dragon. It's gotta be a dragon. He shakes his chisel at the stone idol in the center of the village.
A false god, you mean?
He's not perfect, but he's our god, lass.
Tatok sighs up at the idol.
His likeness is the most any of us have seen. We only meet his ogre minions who guard the isle. The children we send, they face him in the mountain.
He nods towards the northern horizon. I've heard nothing about the new god. This might be a closer look. This Nemnok lives in the drowned Barrows. I've heard nothing about the new god. This might bear a closer look.
Nemnok sure takes like a god. He demands readers, scribes, anyone handy with ink and quill. My colleague had the misfortune to be born clever.
Tatok grimaces to himself.
Did you say you'd go to the Mountain of Power? Would you find my boy while you're there?
Well, what's left of him? Tatok pauses his work to blink at you.
We send other tithes to the mountain as well. Gold, gems, items of power, if such things interest you.
Well. Time to usurp the god. I'll look out for Kali when I'm there.
My thanks, Outlander. I have no cause to expect help,
no,
but I'll take it where I can.
I give it if I want. Tatok tentatively inclines his head.
Next time it'll be Nemnok who pays.
Tatok chews his lower lip and sighs as he marches toward his hut. Hungry dog, you will not go hungry anymore. Ulk. You will be fed. You have a place on my fire. And a happy life. You don't need to work at all. Gable.
Outsider, you come for food?
Are you able with the gable? The merchant squares her shoulders and folds her arm. Yes, show me what you got.
Wish.
She nods stiffly and gestures her wares. Nature's embrace. There's a chance to grant a wearer nearby allies wood skin when the wearer is critically hit. +2 burn armor rating, +2 freeze armor rating. Interesting. And that's it. No, that's not stealing. So I might as well take it. Take it. Anything else? Orphan dog? Bloody hell, these guys have dogs. Same to you. You will have food and water and place on my fire forever and ever. This I swear. Muttering in prayer, the tattooed chieftain scoops palmfuls of sand in the stout mound. She leans forward and blows on the mound hard enough to scatter it to the breeze. A smile spreads across her face as a breeze carries due north.
I offer amends for the slight of Tatok, Great One. A gift of breath and wind for his wasted words.
She opens her arms and calls out to the northern horizon. Finally, she dusts off her palms and turns to you. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Okay.
Speak up, unless you're just resting your sea legs.
She raises an eyebrow and nods. Study her face tattoos. The ink outlines a complex maze from her jaw to her brow. You get a little dizzy just from peering closer. Annick smiles as she takes notes of your interest.
When I was born, the Holy Woman told my mother these markings would bring me luck.
Okay. Did they bring luck?
So far, they bring only more questions. But is that not the nature of faith?
She chuckles to herself. Oh, bloody hell. Wait a minute again. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, you and Tatok were arguing about Kali.
Kali joined mighty Nemnok in the drowned Barrows, against the wishes of his infidel father.
Annick folds her arms and glances over your shoulder. Okay.
Nemnok does Kali great honor. Tatok is a fool to think otherwise.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a problem when you actually send his only child and probably to death, so, or lifetime servitude. So yeah, it's kind of hard to think otherwise. Anyways, so I heard that Nemnok is your god.
Nemnok is the god of this island and patron of our tribe.
So let me guess, the patron does that if you sacrifice the kids to him, the smart kids, of course, then he does nothing. If you don't sacrifice, he sends his ogres or something like that. And he crosses her arms over her chest.
Nemnok gives life and safety to all Junvik. To feed the Barrows with sacrifice is to feed our prosperity.
Lady, have you look around? Is this prosperity? Is this what you call a prosperity? So why did Nemnok take your tribesmen?
It is not for me to question the will of a god, nor is it any business of yours.
This reminds me of a little short horror story. It was a story where child was growing up. He was questioning father that why the grass is green, how the clouds form and whatnot. And the father was proud, but he could never really answer these questions and whatnot. And then when, I can't remember if it was a 12th birthday or something like that, his father said that me and mother and I will take you to the test, which every child will take at the age of 12. And it's normal and nothing to worry about. And then they go to take the test, and the boy goes to the room, and something happens, and then the person from that room comes out and says something to the father, and something like that, and the father starts to cry, and the mother asks what. Basically, the father said he passed the test. So the idea is that the boy was too smart. So it was, if I remember correctly, I don't know if it was said outright, or maybe it was just alluded that as the boy was too smart, he was killed. And basically the idea is to keep people dumb. And this reminds me of the same thing, because they take the ones who can write, read and whatnot. And now we have these people, well, we don't question. It's not our business because we don't question. She furrows her brow and pins you with a warning glance.
Kali was blessed to be taken. May we all be as clever and beloved as he.
So decide already. Is he a Kali or Kali? Earlier you mentioned something about Nemnok's accord.
In exchange for our obedience to Nemnok's laws, the Mighty One guarantees our safety and plenty.
She claps her hands over her heart and bows to the north.
One day, all of the Deadfire will accept Nemnok's accord.
Well, hardly. Again, that's not a decent accord. Back to my other questions.
Speak on then.
What's a tribe of boreal dwarves doing in the Deadfire?
Thriving, my outlander friend.
Her lips part, showing the strong teeth.
The elders of my youth told stories of those who crossed the sea by a great land bridge. Now, I tell them to my children.
Of course you do.
The gods opened a path for us, and we trudged forward, spurred by inviting whispers carried over the horizon.
I see. She nods toward the mountain in the north.
We followed prophecy until we found mighty Nemnok, who gives us safety, security, and a future.
Yeah, I think we've talked enough. Yeah, I see the prosperity, safety, and whatnot. Time to go and see the god. Bloody hell. Well, we might be able to do it. A mountain commands the northern horizon. Its cliff face, the likeness of a rotted skull. Scavenger birds circle high above its peak in a morbid halo. Well, I guess we know where the bodies are. Go north. As you approach the base of the mountain, the beating of drums reverberates from the skulls, gaping mouth, and vacant eye sockets. Climb up to the eyes. Pitted rocks offer enough hand and footholds to climb as high as the bridge of the nose. The reverberating of drums shakes free an occasional pebble. Right eye, maybe? I don't know. You step on the ledge of the right eye socket. A short drop leads down in the shadow of the skull's cavity. Enter the eye. The scent of braziers emanates from some distant corner of the cavern, promising light and warmth. As you pause to survey your surroundings, the oppressive beating of the drums drops in your eyes. My heart beats like a drum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Pamperam, pamperam. Sorry.
Make this thing sneeze or we're all dead.
Why do I have to suffer these fools? I suffer myself too much, so I don't need anybody else.
I'm of a mind to rest.
Wait, why aren't you spotting for traps?
Just say the word. You were saying?
There's a trap, of course, but still.
What did you find, Ishi?
Exactly my area of expertise.
The ogre should be coming. Oh, Eothas, sorry. Well, this should be interesting fight. I should have waited there. I didn't realize there were more people over there. So this is definitely going to take a bit of a beating, probably.
I don't know where this is going.
Jody's done for.
I know. I should have waited there. But I should have realized there were guys over there. I'm fairly certain we will win this, but we might lose Aloth, Shoti, and whatnot.
Holding my guts in here, Captain.
Feel pain.
We might win. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna change my weapons to sword and shield.
Please, I should rest and tend to my wounds.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
No prisoners.
Right. Oh.
So much for you.
Well, we almost won. Let's see if the Ether can hold this out. Okay, we need to change weapon. Yeah, I really should have waited there. But honestly, Ether is doing quite fine for now. It takes time, but he's actually doing something. So I'm kind of tempted to just, you know, reload, but also see how Ether manages. I think he might actually win. He has a chance, you know. If he hits. No, attack that. We need to get the Warlock down, because he's the hardest. Well, we might lose this. Next time I don't come out there. Now, do something. Die or kill, please. Riveting.
Come on.
By the by, do you have bombs? Not on here, bloody hell. That didn't help at all. Jesus. You're not hitting anyone. Okay, what about the mace? Will that help? Well, that seems to be hitting, so yeah. That definitely seems to be hitting. This will take time. Either we die or we kill everybody. We'll see. Spank those heads. Okay, this is ridiculous. I'm starting to think loading, but still. Warlock is almost dead. Maybe 1 or 2 proper hits and he would be dead.
Come on.
Come on, indeed. Ah, you don't die. So couple 20 hits and Warlock would be dead. Maybe 1 or 2. Maybe. Oh no, he's still alive. Now he's not. Yeah, this is riveting, but I kind of want to see it to the end because Eder is doing a good job here. They are weak to bashing, so that's good. At least. I wish I had some bombs.
I hope nobody saw that.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's not hitting that. Well, now he is. But the damage is so low. This will take forever. This will take forever. I'm gonna load. We might win, but we would be tomorrow, even tomorrow in here. Bloody hell. So the point is, we're not leaving from here. I'll take the AI off for a moment.
Still got it. No.
Kill them all.
Yeah, this is much better. Much better.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Curse your eyes.
Wait, what are you doing? Just attack, you dumbass, not walk. Sometimes they start doing something weird. Could you Okay, are you... Revive the fallen, thank you, because I kind of want to be alive. Heal.
Try a different position.
Damn it.
Yeah, I know. Why? Oh, sorry, you have wrong AI. Bloody hell. That's the reason.
Just like that.
I just want to... Now it's working. Now it's working. Yeah, now it's cooking. Yeah. Sorry about that. I never remember to check that it's active, not a auto attack only.
I don't think I can pull that off.
Still alive. I need something sharper.
No.
Oh, good.
So good. Yeah, much better. Much better. Blight hard. Soulbound. 20 critical hits with the weapon. Heals 20% of the damage done by the weapon per 3 seconds for a short rest. Nice. And pretty much trash. We could rest though. And save. So, yeah, I was wrong. We're not gonna finish the map on this episode, unfortunately.
Leave it to me.
The occasional sulfur bubble pops on the surface of this warm pool. Probably a nice smell there. Well, we are making a nice, decent money once we sell everything. Could you attack, you know?
No prisoners.
Just like that.
Yeah. So who is this? Which one of these guys are Kali?
Hey, whose side are you on? You won't hold me for long. Death to our enemies. I'll see it.
Nice. A note on the forge. Let this serve as a general reminder that the Flame Naga are sensitive to disruption. If you must venture downstairs, try to give a Forge Master Titus a wide berth while she's at work. Many of her staff have not enjoyed favorable encounters with Kith in the past and use the Forge as a kind of creative outlet. So let's all do our part to keep them comfortable. Acolyte Caed. Well.
What have we here?
Oh, there. Well, whatever it is, we really don't need it. Do I want to go there or there? Let's go here.
What's this? I already told those Eotan clods were at capacity for scribes and acolytes. Those incessant drums have beaten our guards senseless.
A rogue acolyte curls his lip and advances on you with a look of frank appraisal.
We aren't accepting new recruits. Now go! Our progress wallows as you degrade the left eye with your presence.
Something tells I'm gonna enjoy this.
Acolytes, we knew this day would come.
Caed raises his finger to his lips and blows a piercing whistle that echoes through the Barrows.
Death to our enemies!
Probably should have been more diplomatic, but this is much funnier. Funner?
I'll not let him take me down! Bring them down!
Nice.
I'll see it.
So much stuff. But nothing too interesting. So how's our sword looking? Come on, please be closer. 12 of 25. Bloody hell, that will take forever. If these guys would be a bit easier, I probably would try to beat them myself, but these are a bit tougher, so. Kinnook's memo. One of those Eotan clods accidentally kicked the switch to the master's private storage room and nearly snapped it off the wall. Is the sacred duty of playing drums and wandering the halls so boring that they have to dismantle our home brick by brick? I took the liberty of pushing some barrels of lamp oil up against the switch. At least anyone who kicks those who won't leave to regret it. None of you should need to enter the storage room, but I want no delays if the master calls for his favorite cloak. Interesting. Some has painstakingly annotated these scrolls of arcane lore with pronunciation guide.
Leave it to me.
Wait a minute. Okay. Deadfire Archipelago, we are not going there. Drowned Barrows. Well, that's the only way. Wait. Barracks. Huh. I'm just trying to check if there's something I could do in here, but probably not. There we go. Okay, we are not going inside there. So many.
I'm having some trouble moving through this.
Kill them all.
Enough.
Oh, this is gonna be horrible. We probably die. Maybe. Or maybe... Well, I'm dead. I'm not dead anymore. Honestly, you know... We need to get some proper spells going.
Lantern flickers.
You know?
Oh, bless me.
No, come on. Different spell, thank you. Where's the reviving command?
Too slow. Bring them down.
Where's the Taint's orb? And
Another withers on the vine. Darkness take you.
bloody hell. How are we doing overall?
I need you standing now.
We might actually lose this one too.
Guts in here, Captain.
No prisoners.
We'll see, we'll see. We probably lose this one. But again, this is fair. There are hard fight and so many enemies. We were doing fine, but there's the bloody warlock too. I think I load. I thought we would be able to do it, but then the ogres came in.
Yes? I'll take care of it.
Anyone coming there?
We're not alone. Kill them all!
Since you got the decency to die, Mo.
Wielding wind. That's nice.
Good.
Come on. Come on. That's nice. Now, what else? We could get some tentacles action going. Yeah, that's definitely better.
as a bump on a pickle.
They're blinded now.
No prisoners.
Come on.
Death to our enemies.
That's not very helpful.
I think we won this now. Yeah, much better, much better. Definitely much better. See? Planning, planning. Location, location, location. Whew. And then bombing quite a lot of spells, of course. Chest. Chesty Maggie. I don't know.
We're not alone.
We're not alone, yes. But hopefully...
That looks complicated.
Oh, yes, it does. Well... First things first, everybody sleep.
I hope nobody saw that.
Confound it! It usually works.
Indeed. Then we could use a little bit petrification. Come on.
That's it.
Let's put some death ring going. We haven't used that for a while. And sleep. Little tentacles.
Still alive. I need something sharper.
Ninankaut's Shadow Flame. That really hurt, maybe? Maybe not. Expose vulnerabilities. Oh, he's got better.
These uns are in for a walloping.
Okay.
That's it.
Warlock, go down.
Bring them down.
A lantern flickers.
Shut up with the lantern. You won't die. Sorry, you might die. Oh, you didn't. Nice. Yeah, it's nice to just let those spells go.
I shall.
In the first one, you really didn't... Oh, and even Dungeons & Dragons, you kind of don't want to spam them. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Okay. So, anything else? What the hell? No. Main door. Or mainish door. Let's check the surroundings first. What do we have here? Scroll of Insect Swarm.
I'll see it.
Money and whatnot.
We're not alone.
Flame Naga. Well, these are basic Naga. Well, that's not basic Naga, but these are pretty much.
There's a walloping. Feel pain.
So first things first, deal with the basic and then with the special one. Come on.
No prisoners.
Usually happen, I swear.
I swear. By the moon and the stars, I'll be there. I swear. Sorry. Forge Master dead. So what else? Fortunately, these guys didn't notice that we were killing Titus.
Still alive. I need something sharper.
Yeah. We're fine. We're fine. 5 by 5. We're in the pipe. Wait, what's happening? Wait, what?
Good. That dog won't hunt.
More Naga swords. So, what do we have here? Ah, superb great sword. Well, okay. Okay, there's Eothas, but before we go there, I'll check this.
Looks like. Bring them down.
I reap what I sow.
Why are you not attacking? I don't know what happens at times, because I click the attack button and suddenly they just stand there.
That's the stuff.
No idea why that happens. Maybe it's because they have the AI on and they are attacking, but when I press the attack, there's something that goes off and it stops attacking, if you understand what I'm trying to say here, because I'm saying it poorly. Okay. First things first, call to slumber. Case of Adragan.
Right on target.
Tentacles.
Kill them all.
And ball of many colors. Like so.
Hey, whose side are you on?
This is futile.
Yeah, that
I'm
worked.
having some trouble moving through this.
I shall.
That was a bit unfair, but it worked. This Adurix of distillation experiment gone wrong. So we could go there, but we have the rest of the area to check. Again, wait a minute. No. Well, I'll say that the plan for the scouting the rest of the map, scouting but emptying the rest of the map is now out of the question, because we are going to empty this area, of course. Come on, where does it lead? Why can't I? Thank you. Could you tell me where we go now? Okay, it's just outside. But it didn't say it. I was thinking it's the mouse probably, but I still wanted to be certain about it, of course. Do we now have... No, we still don't have the information about that. But now we know. So who's in here? Nope.
See this?
Yeah.
Please, I should rest.
Oh, I totally didn't realize those were death sigils. I hate those. Especially those death sigils, I think they're a bit ridiculous if you ask me. Where's the sigil? So many stuff. It's probably somewhere here. Okay, time. Sigil of Atrophy. Sigil of Death. And now everybody asks, no. Come as close as you can, so everybody has the protection. Thank you. Quick save.
As you wish.
And don't care about the traps. Just no, not the traps. Just destroy these. Could you continue attacking? Thank you. Attack! What the hell are you doing? Just keep attacking. I have no idea. Why do you stop attacking?
Death is the true atonement.
Why? I have no idea. Grants blighted sword. The putrid heart infuses a shot with the debilitating toxins, affecting the target with the hobbled and weakened afflictions. Come on, destroy it. Thank you. Oh, like I said, I hate those. I find them quite unfair. They're just, you know, there to kill you without problem.
Please, I should rest and tend to my wounds.
Yes, yes. Of course, I could shoot them. I know. Just realized. But the weird thing is, I don't know why they stop attacking. That's the biggest thing at times. Why do they stop attacking? So we have... Where does this lead?
Not exactly my area of expertise.
Well, it is. Your mechanics is...
I could go for some shut-eye about now.
I can't take this anymore. How you didn't spot the trap earlier and how you didn't honestly explode the trap earlier, I have no idea. And where does these stairs lead? Why doesn't tell me anything? I'm the boss. I need the info. Throw me a freaking bone here.
Quite a party.
Yeah.
Can't wait to meet our host.
There's a statue of Nemnok. Kali. Barrows guard. This reminds me of Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom.
Mighty Nemnok, we lay down our lives before your magnificence. You are the keyhole, the stem of the rose.
Oh, should we be talking with these guys?
Good.
Still alive. I need something sharper.
Honestly, why would I talk them?
Try again. Can't take much more.
Yeah, we need to load this. Probably. Come on. Come on, don't stop. All right, the wounded.
Rub some dirt on it, Aloth.
Rub some dirt on it.
Tend to my wounds.
Yeah, rub some dirt on it, Alice.
Just a little blood. Got you now.
Are we doing fine? Fine, fine. Come on. Could you feller die? Come on, Eder, hit it.
A quick rest would help if you don't mind. Yes?
We need to kill this one dweller now, at least.
On your feet, now!
Seriously, kill the dweller. That's not... It cannot be that hard. Thank you.
Well, bring them down.
Apparently it's too hard to kill one dweller. Thank you.
What do you need? Something I can do?
Okay, I'm still alive for somewhat. But I'm probably gonna die soon. Well.
No prisoners. With pleasure.
What is happening? That is really not good. They are... I'm thinking we're not able to deal with these. And I'm not gonna talk to them because then I would be in a bad position for the fight.
Quite a party. Can't wait to meet our host.
Yeah, this is an annoying place to fight, if I'm completely honest.
Mighty Nemnok, we lay down our lives before your magnificence. You are the keyhole, the stem of the rose, the jewel in the pommel. You are the branches and the roots, the fertile soil.
This is the last time I No.
You are the well and the bucket, the swaying of the corn, the curve of the sickle. You are where the...
Absolutely not.
Let's see how this goes.
It's not very helpful. Damn the lad's aim.
What? Why did Nemnok come here? I don't know. Okay, let's start using spells.
Can't get a clean hit.
And a slumber party. No! Slumber. Slumber. Thank you. That worked. Now, Nemnok, how do I... basically anything goes. Anything goes. Anything goes. So, fireball.
Watch
that dog won't hunt.
Shut up.
I'll have your eyes for that one.
Yeah.
I need some help here. I hope nobody saw that.
Come on. So... More tentacles, please.
Not exactly my area of expertise.
Can't get a clean hit.
And even more. Now. This should be fine.
Just a little blood.
We're losing folks.
I know, but we're also winning somewhat. Maybe like so.
Still got it.
Now, can we get something else? Noxious Cloud? Maybe. Hmm.
Perhaps a little rest.
Okay, what's now? What's the situation? We're not gonna win this. That is... What does it actually say? Speak with Tatokinu. Yeah, Kali is dead, but we're not gonna kill Nemnok. Bloody hell. Yeah, I'm fairly certain we cannot do it just yet.
I hope nobody saw that.
Maybe just...
I could go for some shit.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna see what we can do with the talking, but I'm guessing we're in a bad position anyways. If I could only block one route so that I can concentrate.
What's this? Who trespasses on our devotions?
The acolyte's voice echoes across the hall, resounding chant from the worshippers continues uninterrupted. Maybe if I could talk some of them out of it.
Nemnok, Nemnok, Nemnok.
You've taken your last step in the Master's Sanctum, Outlander. Nemnok will suck the marrow from your soul.
A delighted call rises from the congregation as they redouble their chant. Is that you, Kali? I met your father.
My father is a disbeliever. I have risen above him.
Kali bolts his fist at his side and turns to look away.
Nemnok is the All-Devourer, the one who swallows gods and vomits forth their skulls.
What?
The one true power of Eora. Let me show you. See for yourself.
Spreading his arms wide, Kali begins the incantation under his breath. Many of the supplicants mirror the gesture. The beating of the drums increase in tempo. The Kali draws a long dagger from his robe. Don't do anything foolish now. He draws his blade across his palm and hisses through the clenched teeth. Leaning over the mouth of the pit, Kali lets his blood drip down. A hot breeze gusts from somewhere far below.
Nemnok, Nemnok, Nemnok.
And folks say us harvesters are unsettling.
Well, you are, but so are those. They are not mutually exclusive, you know?
Silence!
Kali grimaces and redoubles his prayers with more fervent conviction.
Nemnok, you are the gaping maw, the lidless eye, the shadow between stars. You are the red curtain, the secret in amber, the light of the Adra.
He squeezes his hand into the fist, forcing more blood to drip from his wound as he feeds the void of the pit.
Nemnok, 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 Nemnok.
Stop this, Kali.
Beloved Nemnok, come forth and let all non-believers wither before your killing stare.
Kali holds out his arm. The air from the pit rose like an approaching inferno.
Yes, yes, Nemnok comes.
Wait and observe. It doesn't really matter anymore. Well, if we only have to fight with him, that would be nice. The chant of the acolytes rises above to fever pitch as the enormous form rises from the pit and flaps its leathery wings. A pair of eyes like cut gems are narrowed to stare you. Nemnok, I presume? After a moment of contemplative silence, the creature simply turns its focus without a care.
What have you brought me, supplicant?
It gestures with an open claw, focusing on Kali.
Sacrifices, mighty Nemnok. Behold!
Kali gestures toward your party. The worshippers around the circle raise their hands and cheer.
You'll have to get through my bird first.
Agreed. I sacrifice? I think not.
You will be obedient, or you will be silent.
Well, really. Kali hisses the final words and pulls his hands at his sides.
Do not waste your breath, acolyte. I sense this one serves another master.
The real god. Well, yeah. Nemnok waves Kali aside and glares at you with a hateful intensity as worshippers take up their chant anew. Imhotep! Imhotep!
I am the only master under this mountain, child. If you will not serve, your blood will fill the inkwells of my loyal scribes.
Nemnok's toothy grin broadens, eliciting cry of joy from the worshippers. Start running, Kali. The age of Nemnok is over. He blinks at you once, twice.
My lord, I'm sorry. I'll pray for your success.
Kali drops his weapons and sprints away. So if he could only fight with him, that would be nice.
Cowardice, betrayal, flaws of all lesser kith. I will not see the great work unmade by a mortal whelp.
Oh, yeah, the problem is...
Bring them down. Looks like trouble.
Yeah, I know it's trouble. Go over and kill. We die. Yeah, I'll need to do this another time, that's for certain. Because the problem is with the group. There are so many spellcasters and they are surrounding me, so they kill my spellcasters and whatnot. So that is a bit of a problem, you see? Do you see? Well, at least it sleeps.
Perhaps a little rest is in order.
Oh, for Come on. There you are.
Just wait.
Yeah, we're not really doing any damage to the Devourer. Yeah. We're not doing really that much damage to anything, if I'm completely honest, because they're everywhere. And these guys can't focus helping us because, yeah. Yeah, I need to look. Yeah. I'm not gonna win this. I'll have to come back later. Unless there's a way to get the guards away from here. We'll have to go to the second floor and check around. Because that fighting bit is really made something that is impossible to handle. Well, not impossible, but very problematic to handle, especially with all the spellcasters, because of course you need millions of spellcasters, because the melee guys probably wouldn't cause that much of a problem, because I could spam my spells and they couldn't. But that's how
It's not my time yet.
Jesus. They really made this area as annoying as they can.
Whatever. We here.
Yeah, we are next to the trap and you can't bloody well spot it with my mechanics and whatnot. Oh, but it's not the mechanics. I think it's the perception maybe. So let's make a little steps, baby steps. So how on earth we didn't spot that earlier? That shouldn't really happen, maybe. I don't know. This is ridiculous. Redonkulous, I say. There's a trap, but I can't disarm it.
Please, pray for me.
No.
Yeah?
Because for some reason I couldn't disarm it.
Speak freely. Give me the order.
Okay, there's that button, I'm assuming. Come on. Could you stop already? Can we use some kind of a spell? Would this work? Apparently not.
Oh?
Well, that was a nice try.
I'll see it done. As you wish.
If we only could deal with the Nemnok by ourselves, then I might have a chance. Wait, what did I got? Nemnok's Cloak. Life suffering, 15 damage taken. Blessed Spirit ability triggers when wearer falls 75. Build for pain, ability wearer falls 50. Okay.
Leave it.
Many of these threadbare scrolls are held together with stitching, others show signs of claw marks. Oh, that's it then, I guess. So we are not definitely doing the Nemnok now because I can't do it. At least not now. Hot air billows up from the depths of the Sanctum. I kinda had hoped to deal with this, but nope. Not today. Satan, not today. So I'll go out and leave the area and we'll deal this later. Much later. Once I'm over level. If that is even possible. Bit annoyed though for the fighting area. That's definitely something I'll have to think about. But anyways, I digress. So we'll leave this later. I could go to the village and end the episode there. That would be the best thing now. Next episode we'll continue what I thought we would be able to do. We are going the rest of the areas we can do. And yeah, there's this island over here. Actually, I could sail there for now, so I can so I remember to do it. Why did I come here? I don't know. I mean the village, not the island, because I could have gone to the ship straight away. Now the problem is, of course, I have to remember this, but I think... and again, now it says it's a one skull area. That's not true. It's not one skull. That's definitely almost three skulls. Some those markers are a bit way off. I don't know why. Anyways, Bootsuck Bog and Outcast Respite, there will be the next time. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode and I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.